Salutations, my friends. I'm back with another budget build for the month of February. The icy grasp of winter is slowly loosening its grip. Love is in the air. Ryzen will soon rise AMD from the ashes like a great phoenix. Intel prices are dropping. GPUs are faster, cheaper, and use less power. The entry level has been elevated. There is no better time to build a low-budget system that can tackle 1080p with ease. In fact, 1440p is well within your reach with this powerful PC. So, let's begin once again on another journey through the many twists and turns of online PC part hunting and triumphantly return with a little legendary gaming glory. Time to step away from the controller, unplug that power brick, and retire your console for good. Let the build begin. First up, for our CPU, there can be only one. Behold the king of budget gaming, the G4560. Kaby Lake was kind of a flop in my opinion, but Intel did get one thing right. Hyper-threading on a Pentium? Sign me up. This dual-core, 4-thread little monster from Intel is built on the new 14nm Kaby Lake architecture. It was launched in the first quarter of 2017. We've got a base frequency of 3.5 GHz with 3 MB of cache and a TDP of a mere 54 watts. With a CPU mark of 5131 in multi-thread and a single core score of over 2000, this Pentium is the current king of entry-level computing. This tiny titan is the first Pentium to enable hyperthreading, and we can see here some results from user benchmarks showing this low-budget beast is on par with an i3 and even an i5 in some instances. You can pick up a G4560 for around $65, and it will not require an aftermarket cooler, making it a great value. Until Ryzen offers something comparable, this CPU is the way to go. For our motherboard, let's grab a Gigabyte GA-B250. This socket LGA 1151 board is built with the new B250 chipset, making it Kaby Lake compatible out of the box. This will afford us the opportunity to upgrade in the future with a more powerful CPU. This board is also stylish, mostly black, and well built. For connectivity, we have two USB 2.0 ports, a PS2 port, and one VGA and DVI if you're using an iGPU. We also have 4 USB 3.0 ports and standard analog audio connections. On the board itself, we have 4 dual-channel memory slots, accepting up to 64 GB of DDR4 running at a maximum speed of 2400 MHz. There is one PCI Express X16 slot and 2 PCIe slots, so unfortunately, no Crossfire or SLI is happening here. We also have 6 SATA connectors and a clear CMOS jumper. The PCB itself is brown and black with a steel reinforcement plate on the back to help with heavy aftermarket coolers. It does come with one rather short SATA cable and a standard I/O panel shield. Overall, it's an excellent, no-frills, low-cost solution, and at $75 to $85, this board was a no-brainer. Now, let's toss in 8 gigs of G.Skill Aegis memory. These 2 sticks of DDR4 memory run at a speed of 2133 MHz with a cache latency of 15 and a voltage of 1.2. It's got some very low profile heat spreaders with an alright black and red graphic. This affordable memory goes for around $50 to $60. Good RAM at a good price. For storage, I've selected a Seagate BarraCuda hard drive. As far as spinning hard drives are concerned, this is one of the fastest, averaging 12th in speed of any drives tested by user benchmark. With 200 megabytes per second max read speeds, this drive will load our games quickly and is a great low-budget option. This 1TB model features a SATA 6GB per second interface and a 3.5-inch form factor. We have 64 megs of cache and 1000 gigs of storage, giving us plenty of space to get up and running. You can always add an SSD later as a boot drive and have a very capable system. Going for around $50 to $60, this BarraCuda won't take a big bite out of our budget, and is one of the cheapest cost per megabyte storage devices out right now. It's fast, it's reliable, it's cheap. On to the good stuff. This GPU is truly legendary. A powerful pixel-turning Goliath of a graphics card and the current top-end offering from AMD. Behold the mighty RX 480. Yes, an RX 480 in a low-budget build. Take that, PlayStation Pro. You scared yet, Scorpio? You should be. You should be. The Radeon RX 480, with its 2300 cores and 36 CUs pumping out more than 5 teraflops of compute power, is more than VR ready. This model from PowerColor is pretty awesome looking and more than adequately cooled. This card features 4 gigs of GDDR5 running on a 256-bit bus with a boost clock of 1266 MHz. It's also a great overclocker with a good power delivery system, a 150-watt TDP, and a beefy 8-pin power connector. As far as price to performance goes, this card is the king of low-cost gaming and can easily handle 1080p or even 1440p at high to ultra settings in nearly any modern title. With its passmark score of 7,923, this card is on fire. It's also going to age like fine wine and should provide you years of gaming bliss. You can pick one up for around $150 to $175, making this the crown champion of low-budget gaming builds. To house all these awesome parts, we need an awesome case. The Cooler Master MasterBox Lite 3 will do the trick. This case is high quality. I really like the look and feel of this one. It's sturdy and very well styled. We've got 3 internal drive bays, one 2.5, one 3.5, and one 5.25 inch. It's compatible with MicroATX and Mini-ATX motherboards and allows for some pretty decent cable management. It measures around 15.5 by 7 by 15 inches and is all black with no slutty side panel. It weighs around 8 pounds and has a nice triple coated paint finish. It's also dark and foreboding, with clean defined square lines and a nice black finish inside and out. This is a refreshing aesthetic in a world of shiny tempered glass acrylic and neon RGB style Vegas vomit builds. Nothing wrong with a little light show, but try rendering overnight or gaming in the dark with a UFO landing on your desk. I don't need flashbacks from Burning Man. Put the glow sticks down and game like a gentleman. Black it out. Anyway, we've got room for a 345mm graphics card and a 157mm CPU cooler, making our upgrade possibilities nearly endless. We also have room for up to 240mm liquid cooling and up to 3 120mm case fans, providing great ventilation to keep our components running cool. Its 2-to-1 intake to exhaust fan ratio is also going to provide some positive air pressure. We've got 2 front panel USB 3.0 ports and a snazzy little magnetic air filter. For $30 with shipping, this case is an unbelievable deal. For our power supply, I've chosen the Corsair VX600. To provide the power we need for this rather efficient gaming rig, we really don't need more than 450 watts. But I do want to provide some room for upgrading. With our motherboard's brand new chipset, a new CPU or new GPU is a viable option in the future. This ATX form factor 600 watt power supply from Corsair will allow us plenty of room for overclocking and upgrading. It's 80+ certified, and with 48 amps on a single 12-volt rail, this will push our RX 480 nicely. The 120mm sleeve bearing fan is also nearly silent. It's not the best looking power supply, but without a side panel, most of the red and yellow will be hidden in the shadowy darkness of our case. If you can deal with it not being modular and not having sleeve cables, then for $29.99 and a rather annoying mail-in rebate, this unit is a steal, and probably the best value out there. That brings our grand total to $457 and change. This PC is quite powerful at this price point, and pretty impressive if you ask me. It's hard to even find a pre-built for under $500 that can keep pace with this black beauty. With a Time Spy score of 3,754 and an insane Firestrike score of 9,206, this build offers some serious bang for your buck. Supernova level. While not quite being VR ready, will squash 1080p gaming and even handle 1440p quite well. Any game, any setting, you can probably pull it off with some minor tweaks. For under $500, this is the best you can get. Pair it up with a decent 1080p 75Hz IPS monitor, and you've got a very good gaming experience. PCMR for the win. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. Similar style videos and some new stuff is coming to my channel soon. Like and comment to let me know you're watching. Subscribe if you want to stick around. I'll see you again soon. Game on, my friends.